So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Well, happy Wednesday. Good to have you here today. Today we're talking about motivation. I know, but why it doesn't work, or why it still does work, why it never has, always will, who knows, we can't figure it out, but I did. It's your lucky day. Well, all right, come on in here. Good to have you. My name is Scott Smith. This is the Daily Boost. Happy to have stopped my tag, do my Operation Reinvention thing here very soon. You're going to like that. I'm going to blow your mind with this thing, all right? So if you're looking for a summer project, get ready. I'll tell you more, but not today, because I got something else I want to talk about today. I do. Because there's been something going on around town. When I say around town, I mean around the world. All of us can be in a bedroom, and we're still all over the world now, can't we? People saying things like motivation doesn't work. For a guy who has a company called Motivation to Move and has been really seeing it work for a very long time now, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But then I got a real message. Somebody emailed my inbox last week. It is a guy, I actually recognize his name. He unsubscribed from my show, The Daily Boost, the world's most amazing daily thing, 2 years ago, because, these are his words, by the way, motivation is a dead model. All right, first there, bucko, the minute you say motivation is a dead model and you attach the word model to it, you're not serious. I can't even take you seriously. We'll start there, okay? But then I read the subject line. Need a kick. Yes, I laughed. I laughed out loud. I really laughed. I almost wrote back, welcome home there, buddy. Oh, man. It was so funny. But I've been hearing a lot about it. I think Alex Hormozy started this thing. Oh, come on, real men do. Wait, but listen, this guy was about one of 100,000 and millions of people, maybe, who has really been told in the last few years that motivation doesn't work. It's gone on forever. Hang on, I just erased what I said before I said it. You got lucky. You know what they say, though? They say that's a lazy person's strategy, that motivation thing. Real adults are out there. They're running on discipline. That's what it is. Real adults are running on identity, and they're shifting to get what they want. Real adults need systems and frameworks and blueprints, or whatever the new word is by October of this year, maybe. And, I don't disagree with that. I think we all run on all those things. I believe that. They have their place for sure. When their tanks run dry, here they are, asking for a kick. If he ever calls me for coaching, I'll charge him 10 times more just for that. So I've seen this for a couple of decades now. I've done this show 20 years and been doing this work now probably close to 30 total. But in the case of the Daily Boost, somebody finds the show. They listen for a few months. Something starts to move within them, and suddenly they have superpowers. They forget. I kind of helped them get there. But then a new book hits, Atomic Habits. Good book, by the way. The latest discipline beats motivation post. Maybe a new TikTok dance. Something goes viral on Instagram. They post the quote like, it's the secret of the universe. We figured it out. I'm looking at all these quotes I see posts. I'm thinking, wait a second, didn't I see somebody do that 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago? Wait, didn't Aristotle write that? Or was it Marcus Aurelius? Was this still a quote that sounds brand new in 2026? Am I sounding a little bit... I hope you're taking me as having fun here. 6 months later, maybe 9. They're back. I get up in the morning, I come do the show. I start early. And I will check my DMs. I know. They all say, don't do it, man. Don't check your email. Don't check your DMs. No. Get your deep focus in. Do your morning routine first. And every single one I know is checking their DMs at 6 a.m. I know. I've met them. Scott, I need to feel something today. Got an episode that will help me? Yeah, I got like 5,400 of them. Best ever, 6-7. And what? I never say I told you so. Even though I really want to. Joy looked at me. I got a message a couple of weeks ago too, and she just kind of raised her eyebrows because she saw me reacting to it. And when I say I reacted in kind of a fun way. She said, they keep coming back to you. I said, yeah, go figure. I said, you too? And she goes, yeah, I can't figure it out either. She wasn't wrong about that though. She keeps coming back to me. And so do they. It's not me. It's just a motivation thing, right? People are seeking. They want a certain feeling. See, nobody in that crowd wants to say this. The whole motivation doesn't work trend is built on, get ready for it, hang on, it's coming. The whole motivation doesn't work trend is built on motivation, maybe? Discipline, motivation grown up. Identity, motivation with a name on it. Systems, motivation automated. Habits, motivation on track. Every one of these tools takes the kind of burning thing, the want, the fire, the why, and tries to make it hit harder or last longer, get it done. The fire is still the engine, right? They just bolted on a different muffler on the back of this thing. Don't take it from me. Let's go to the science book. Because I decided, at least one day in my life, I want to be like Andrew Huberman. That's never going to happen. Not even for one day. I can guarantee you. I don't. That's not my role on this planet. Although I would like to have a glass of wine with Andrew someday. A researcher named Wolfram Schultz. Is he drinking wine or is it just athletic greens? Which one is it these days? William Schultz spent his career studying dopamine in primates. Watching what fires in his brain that's anticipating a reward. So what he found was this. It really changed the field. Dopamine isn't the chemical of pleasure. I know you think it is. I know. That's where most people stop learning. Dopamine's what makes me feel good. Give me the hit, man. It's the chemical of pursuit. It fires when you want something. It fires on the wanting itself. If you're a law of attraction person, people are always careful. I want this. Don't say that. If you say want, you get the want, not the thing. Does that ever make sense to you? So many people cross their eyes and go, huh? What did he just say? Yeah. If you focus on the want, you're going to get the want, which is why dopamine is a bit of a problem because it fires on that pursuit, the want, and suddenly you find yourself doing things you probably shouldn't be doing. Tell me I'm absolutely right, because I am. You can't turn that off.
You have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney Plus. Rated PG.
You can't replace it with a system. It's wired in before language, before culture, before any self-help book ever got written. That's motivation. That's a mood. It's a biological signal, if you will. Let's just move toward this. Okay, I got smart again. Ready? Back about 130 years ago, yes, I just knew that off the top of my head. William James, he's the father of American psychology. He wrote this about both habit and will. He called habit the enormous flywheel of society. It's a great way to say it, isn't it? But he also wrote the part I bet you didn't hear. That will is what kicks the flywheel into motion. So the habit keeps spinning. Without the kick, no spin. And I like this part. The field that's been spawning every motivation is dead book on the shelf, it's called motivation science. That's an actual peer-reviewed journal by that name, Self-Determination Theory. I read it. I like it. Goal-setting theory. I liked it. Is that where SMART goals came from? Which completely, 2/3 of SMART goals don't work. Okay, that's another podcast. Implementation intentions. Implementation and intentions. I have a problem with the intention part of it, because people, they want to be paid for intentions, and that's not dumb. Implementation is all you get paid for. All of it. That's it. So all this stuff, right? The PhDs writing the books that say motivation doesn't work. Hang on, it's coming. They get their degrees. Hang on. Studying motivation. Yeah, all this stuff is about motivation. And they spent their time saying, it doesn't really work. You got to have this other stuff. Can't make this stuff up. Now, by the way, if you're a smart person who's read all these things, absolutely, there is a lot of stuff about good motivation in there. There is. I'm not going to argue that point. I've read this stuff. That's the cool thing about being alive. Everything is kind of seen from different angles. But from a pure, simple standpoint, if you don't got the fire in your belly, you're not going to go do anything. And if you are, you're not going to do it for long. So what do we do with this? Well, if you're new, if life feels stuck, if you're still trying to figure out what you want, motivation is your front door. Walk through it. Embrace it and go. Don't apologize for needing a kick. We all need a kick. The kick is the point. Stand up, take a step, repeat. That's the kick. That's how every good life starts. I can tell you this. I work with some pretty smart people, pretty successful people, people who have done a lot in their life. People who don't need motivation, study it all, say, we don't need it. We don't need it. Just God, tell us what to do. And they get on the phone with me, and the very first thing they say, after they say they don't need it, they want a framework, they want a pathway. I agree with you. I said, man, I'm smart. I know how to do this, but I just can't get myself to do it. I need some motivation. I'm like, yeah, I know. I saw it coming. It's like I'm a guru or use the word on a podcast. Sorry. That's so not 2026. I'm not. I've done it a long time. I can see it before you get here. I don't start anything without motivation because I'm not going to continue it. If you've been doing this for 20 or 30 years, and a lot of you have been that are listening to this, there's a layer beneath the kick, by the way. You don't need somebody yelling at you to get up anymore. Maybe a little help, right? You'll get up yourself. You've been getting up since the 90s. You need to take all that motion you built and aim it somewhere bigger. So where do we aim it? Well, a word I probably couldn't say till I was 26, architecture. I probably couldn't spell it until I was 40. About the time I started this show, I decided to design my life, to architect my life. I decided to architect my business, architect the hours in my week, architect the work I actually do. The work I'm now doing 20, 25 years later, this was architected 20, 25 years ago. The income, the freedom, the time, I decided to design it, to architect it. Motivation was the driver, the fire behind the whole thing, but it didn't happen until I created architecture. And it didn't keep going until I figured out how to keep it going. That's called motivation. That's the next layer. It doesn't replace motivation. It sits on top of it. Like a house sits on a foundation. Try to build an architecture of a house without a good solid foundation. Around here, we call it the peaceful base. A base that everything is set, that you set on. It's strong enough to hold your work, strong enough to hold your income, strong enough to hold your family and your values, strong enough to hold your spirituality, your future. strong enough to hold the vision of who you are, the version of you that is going to be going 20, 30, 40, 1,000 years from now. And yes, some people believe that too. But none of it gets built without the kick that gets you out of bed in the first place. That's where I live. And I'm staying there. I don't care what the trends are. I'll kick your butt if you want me to. I'm your Huckleberry. Okay, funny thing about doing this work for a long time. Trends come, trends go. Some people said, you're finished with the motivation. Your model, your method is dead. New things come along. Sometimes they get book deals. And I'm here. In a podcast, the microphone, same message, giving you since 2005 now. It's all motivation. I've seen it down to the smallest and youngest level, the smallest people. That's weird to say that, okay? I'm talking young people, talking older people. I've seen it at every possible socioeconomic level. I've seen the people who are most successful in this world laugh at motivation over a beer and show up at a seminar the next day and soak it up, be in the front row taking notes. Motivation works. It worked when you got out of bed this morning. It'll work tomorrow when you do it again. The crowd says it's not working while everything they're doing is running on it. They're motivated, most of them, to get your credit card. That's what that is. Stand up, take a step, repeat. By the way, I'll take your credit card too. I'm just going to be more honest about it, okay? That's it. I'll motivate you to do the very same thing and tell you why I'm doing it. Hey, I got to make a living too, right? Okay, thanks for the little rant today. I didn't know I was going to do this, but it was fun to do. Comes from the heart. I think you get that right. Ooh, I sure hope you do.